Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Swasti, and first of all wishing all of you a very happy Diwali, and hopefully you had a lot of fun, you enjoyed yourselves, and hopefully you didn't burst any crackers because that's not nice. Yeah. So this is the third video of the mental health series that I had planned for October. Technically there were supposed to be four videos, but the series will be spilling on to November. The video that was shot for last week, that is basically this video, it was already shot and edited. I had kept it ready, but the video got corrupted and I could not upload it and I could not reshoot because of the Diwali chaos. So anyway, next week I will be uploading the last and final video of the mental health series. If you're new here, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I have already uploaded two other videos in a mental health series that I had planned for the mental health awareness month, that was October. You can check them out. I will hopefully put the boxes here and here. So without further ado, let's just get into the video. Before starting, like always, I just want to say that I am not a professional. This is these are things that I have learned from experience and from seeing people around me and from a little research that I did on the internet and as well as through books and psychology and everything. I am not a professional. So, for today's video, I am going to be talking about some of the effective ways and practical ways in which we can improve our mental health. See, the thing is, in day to day life, there are a lot of things that affect us, and that it starts affecting our mental health. So, these are the things that I have personally used and found effective. I've seen others use it, and it has proved effective. That is what I'll be sharing. These are some ways in which basically it becomes a lot easier for you, me, us to cope with our problems if we uh, do these things on a regular basis. Again, everyone's mental health is unique, so maybe some of these might not work for you, but I'm sure from the list that I've given, because these are really simple and basic things, maybe it does not work in one day, but if you give it a try and try to incorporate it in your regular life and daily life, it will help you. I can 99% guarantee that something or the other will definitely help you a lot. So these are some of the practical ways that I found efficient in maintaining good mental health. So the first is talking about your feelings. Now it's kind of hard to talk about what you're feeling and what your feelings are, why you're feeling whatever you're feeling, but it's also really really effective, because when you talk about your problems with someone, you share your problems, not just problems, anything that you're feeling, when you share it with someone else, you get a different perspective. It really helps a lot if you share your feelings or vent out your feelings rather than just sitting on them and not talking about them at all. So whoever you trust, it could be your friend, your partner, your parents, your brother, sibling, anyone, any one person. In fact, sometimes talking about your feelings to strangers also help. Really, really help. It gives you a much clearer perspective in life. It really takes kind of a load off your shoulders. It's just like you're carrying this load and you share it with someone else. It becomes lighter for you. The feeling that okay, life might be terrible right now, but I'm not alone in this. I'm not saying to share it with everyone. If you're comfortable, then do, but I know there are a lot of trust issues involved. But find any one person also whom you can trust with your heart and talk about your feelings. If you can find someone and develop a good habit of talking about your feelings healthily, then it will really help in the improvement of your mental health. If you do not have anyone, if you feel like no one will understand what you're saying, again, I have said it in the other two videos, I am saying it here. If you need anyone to talk to, you can always message me, and I will try and be there for you. That's the thing that I'm saying. The next point is again really important. It is something that we all need to do. It is very important for us, and it is something that we don't do at all. We do the exact opposite of it. This is being kind to yourself. thing is, we expect so much from ourselves, we demand so much from ourselves that we forget to be kind to our own self. I know people who are like such kind people, they're so nice, so giving, but when it comes to themselves, they are self depreciating, they are always thinking negative, they never appreciate themselves. And I know it's not right to be narcissistic and to keep saying that you're great, but it is important to be kind to yourself. By being kind to yourself, I do not mean becoming Pooh from K3G. कौन है ये जिसने मुझे मुड़ के नहीं देखा? No, उतना लेवल पे नहीं जाना है. We can being kind to yourself just means to give yourself the space that if you make a mistake, it's okay because you're a human. Just saying that I'm a human, so I can make mistakes, I might make mistakes. And basically, being kind to yourself means accepting who you are right now and then wanting to improve. That is, of course, there because no one is perfect, and I feel we all should keep improving ourselves in whatever way possible. But still being kind to yourself. Like, you treat others so well, but then why do you treat yourself so poorly? If you start being kind to yourself, a lot of things become easier. The things that you felt like these are mountains that I cannot ever cross, they become hills that you will slowly but surely pass. It's okay, it's not that big. The next point is another very important point. I think all of that important points. So, engaging in active and positive thinking. So, what we tell ourselves, it is very important. Like, most of us keep talking to ourselves. Our mind is obviously constantly working, and we are talking to ourselves. We do talk to ourselves a lot. We think about this. It's obviously our mind is always active. So, it's really important to control what you are thinking. It is very natural for our first thoughts to be negative. So it is very important to actively control what you're thinking and think positive things. If you actively try and control what you're thinking and what you're saying to yourself, it actually does help a lot. It is a little hard to do, but it's not impossible. And if you put in a little time and effort, you can actually control what you are thinking. If you know there is something that triggers a lot of stress in you, and you feel like that is coming, that your mind is going towards that negative thought, you consciously think about something at the other extreme, something that gives you a lot of happiness. But if you forcefully think about the positive, your mind will then learn, you can condition your mind, and it will shift its focus towards the positive. And somewhere down the line, it will happen that one day it will just happen that your mind will on its own go towards the positive rather than going into the negative. And that's a great feeling. The next point is something that personally I have not tried a lot. I've done a little bit of it. I've not tried a lot of it, but I know people who have tried it. The next point, I haven't personally tried it, but I know people who have, and they have found it really effective. Also, everywhere that I read about, like books, online, every book, every web page, this was always mentioned there. So I'm sure it must be effective. I haven't personally tried it. It is meditation. I asked the few people that I know about how meditation has helped them, and according to them, what happens that in meditation you go into your deepest thoughts, and that gives you a lot of clarity of life. And according to a very close friend of mine who recently did a whole meditation course, according to her, she it was much easier for her to accept things that have happened in her life after her meditation course. Again, since I have no idea about meditation, I'm going to be putting down a few links in the description box about how to start meditation and beginners meditation and all. You can check those out because I personally do not have any idea about it. So you can check those out, and hopefully they will help you further. So the last practical way of improving your mental health is the same thing that I say in every video. It is asking for help, going to therapy. If you think that it is becoming hard for you to deal with life, and if you find certain symptoms that I have talked about in my last video, you can check that out. If you think you are going through those things, try to go and meet a professional and talk about your problem. Sometimes even in 1 or 2 sessions you start feeling better, and and maybe it's nothing, but if you're feeling a little disturbed, even even 1 or 2 sessions help you. When you seek professional help, not just your issues of today will be solved, your issues of the past will something that's happened in the past, you cannot solve it, but you can control the way it affects your present and your future. And therapy honestly gives you a lot of strength and understanding to deal with your problems in the future. And if you want to know more benefits about therapy in a much more nice way, you can just watch Dear Zindagi, directed by Gauri Shinde, starring Alia Bhatt and Shah Rukh Khan. Uh, you can just watch that. I have put down some helplines that you can contact about your mental health. You can ask your questions, you can talk to them and figure out what you want. So that's it for this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Tell me in the comments if you enjoyed this video.